All right, all right. Welcome to another very exciting episode of the Real Deal Podcast. Let's go. All right, welcome to another great episode of the Real Deal Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Courtney Harden. Happy October 26th. Happy Saturday. We're live here in Philadelphia at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 Central Time. I got a very, very exciting returning guest. I'm overly excited to have her back on the show. It's her second time on the podcast. But before I bring her in, you can find the podcast. You can follow and like and subscribe on all social and podcast platform. We're live on YouTube, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, bs3tvlive.com, bs3tv app on the Roku channel. We're all over the place. And they said you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and everywhere at Get the Real Deal, at CJ Harden _79 on Instagram. Like I said, I Get the Real Deal on Twitter. We're all over the place. I said YouTube, Facebook. You can also get the show on Spotify, Google, Apple, Spreaker, iHeartRadio. We are, just like I said, we're all over the place. BS3TVLive.com is where all the shows, and that's the network. So again, shout out to the BS3 network as well. All right. Well, without keeping her too long in the background, I'm going to bring in my guest. I enjoy what she does on the content creating side, and not even just the content creating side, just because she's a wife, she's a mother, it's a digital creator, content creator. She does a little everything: stylish, fashion, family, lifestyle, you name it, she does it all. So Yolanda Webb is back on the show. Thank you, Yolanda. Welcome back to the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Hi, Courtney. Thank you for having me again. It was so much fun last time, and I truly enjoy your content and seeing all the great things that you're doing. So I am honored to be here.
Oh yeah, I think I'm honored. I'm honored to have you on here, and I'm so glad that we connected on social media, on Instagram, and like you said, you were on the show last year, sometime last year, and we kind of just connected and we talked about a little bit of everything. So we're just gonna catch up, have a nice,
Okay.
great conversation, casual conversation. I don't even call it an interview because now you're podcast family. Since that's what I say. If you've been on here once, you come back, your podcast family. So welcome back to the podcast family of the Real Deal, and we're going to just get into, as you said, just family life. We got to talk some fashion, sneakers, and just content creating. So again, I really appreciate you coming on.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me. As we were discussing, I was like, real life, I'm
Mm-hmm.
a mom of two littles. So you never know what can happen with them. But I try to keep it really good and simple. So I'm on the real deal. So I will definitely keep it real.
You're keep it real. Yes, that's what it's about. You keeping it real. And like I was telling you, you're. I love that you just put a lot out there just to and just want to you let people know that you're very authentic. This is my life. If I'm in this content creating space, this is what it is. So I really enjoy that about you. So, but how's everything going with you? Like I said, we talk off camera pretty much. We talked a lot, so we keep up with each other. And like I said, I really enjoy the content that you bring. Well, how's everything been going? Like you said, with family, we'll start there. Family is very
Okay.
important. It's most important. And so, how's the family going, and how's everything going with you and the family?
Well, family is going well. I'm truly blessed. I do have to say, I think after or before our podcast last time, I can't remember, but my mom passed in
Mm,
November, so it's coming up on a year. So
mm,
I'm going through a grief journey as
mm,
I talked about kind of on my social media and on my YouTube channel. So I'm getting through that. I'm learning to my new norm. I'm learning my new norm and working on that, and talking to the kids about, you know, how important it is to understand grief and to deal with grief. So I have a lot going on. The kids are excited about Halloween or Harvest
Mhm.
Fest weekend.
Mhm.
So we
Yeah.
have a few things planned, and my husband is running the show right now.
Exactly. And like you said, you're a wife, mother, first and foremost. And like I said, prayers to you and your
Thank
family,
you.
for, losing your mother. That's that. So we'll definitely be praying for that for you.
Thank you.
For sure.
Prayers are very important. And as I mentioned, understanding grief and dealing with it is very important, because I can't pour from an empty glass. I
Hmm.
can't be there for my kids and my family if I don't have my mental and everything together. So, not to say that I'm still not, I'm still going through grief,
Yeah.
but I'm learning to deal with it. So,
Right.
to say that I'm good, I'm blessed. Again, I can't be um, myself and good to the family if I don't take care of myself. So,
Right.
um, thank you for asking, and thank
Yeah.
you for
Yeah.
your prayers. How are you? How's everything going with you? Because I just have to step back. I saw all the great things you were doing. And I have to say, go, Courtney.
Well, I thank you. I really appreciate that. And as you said, it's been blessed. This past year has been a huge blessing because we had so many different opportunities, and it's been a dream come true. And I
Yeah,
can't thank I mean thank God enough to put me in these different positions and different places and different opportunities. I mean, first and foremost, like, yeah, thank God for all that. And like I said, my wife, for always, I always call her, she's my manager.
yeah,
So I told her she is the manager. She
she
keeps
runs it.
me. Yeah, she runs the show. Yeah, she does. And she pushes me to no limits, and always, trying to put me in, saying, hey, you could do this, you should try to do this and that, and everything too. So I got to give her a lot of credit, most of the credit. And so everything's good on that front, and family is great.
Yep.
And Yeah, getting ready, like I was telling, getting ready to go on vacation, to Florida next week. So very, very excited for that, and getting ready for the holidays. I mean, that's
Holidays.
holidays are here. It's going so fast and quickly, and I live in Philadelphia, so the weather has changed so much. We had 80s 2 days ago. I know you're in Texas, so you get the real good weather. So it's but it was 80 something. We were enjoying it, and now it's down to the 50s. So
Uh,
it's that up and down weather, but I can't complain about the weather so much. Can't control it, so it's that's what it is. What it is. But very blessed. Well, I'm glad to be able to do the things I do, and yeah, it's been really good. Family's good and doing very well. So can't complain. Thanks for asking that too as well.
no, and I followed your journey, and so I see everything that you're doing, and it has inspired me so much to say that I can do it. I can get out here, I can make things happen, because I was like, oh my gosh, Courtney's at the Super Bowl weekend doing
Yeah.
so much. So just know that you're inspiring me. I know our platforms are a tad bit different, not too different, but it helps me to know that I can do what I'm doing and I can continue, and growth will come.
Yep,
So,
and that's what it's about. It's about growth, and like I said, thank you for those kind words too. And it's all about growth because I see you doing a lot of things too. And we're in this space. You said might be different audiences, some the same,
mhm,
some different, but it's the connections and it's the platforms that we have that we extend. So it's all about growth. It's all about learning. I see you. I love what you do, especially on like I said, family is very important, but you do it on the fashion side. And
Yeah.
we talked about sneakers on the last episode we did, fashion and sneakers. We gotta get into that too for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And everything. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep you too long. Like I said, you gotta be your mother, and you said you got all things going on. So, but I'm glad to get you, like I said, get you on the show on the Saturday
Well,
morning for
thank you.
you, afternoon for me. So
Yeah.
it's really good. So I won't keep you too long. So, well, let's start there. Let's
Okay.
talk a little bit about uh, the balance. And I know for some and I think you put a post up. I think you just put a post up recently of you have days you get up in the morning. But talk about what your lifestyle is like on a day-to-day basis when you're trying to you said you want to put content up almost
Yeah.
every other day, things like that. But then you said your mother and your wife, and you have to do those duties. And first and foremost, that's just real. And then you want to, on top of trying to put content in as well, and working too as well.
And working. I
Hmm.
I am I work full time,
Hmm.
and so I do content creating on the side. I love it. Some people do it full time. I don't know if full time is for me. I just like doing it part time because I do love my full time job, and so I want to continue that and create on the side.
Yeah.
However, it is a juggling act. It
Mhm.
it is balance because my husband is an entrepreneur, and so I work, and we have to share the household duties.
Yeah.
um, so he helps to get my daughter ready for school, and I get my son ready because sometimes I work remote or sometimes I'm in the office. So it's all about communication
Yeah.
and those calendars.
Yeah. Yes.
Because we have to, like right now, I was like, hey, I have an interview to do. I have a podcast, and he had a class this morning at 8. So I had the kids building Lego sculptures, and now he has the kids while I'm doing the podcast. So it is absolutely teamwork. It is teamwork. And when it comes to the content side, sometimes I have to batch, meaning I have to film a lot of content in one day or get it all done while the kids are not here in the evening, or when my daughter has swim class or gymnastics or something. I have to communicate, keep those calendars going. So
Yeah.
my husband will know, hey, I have to do this, or I have to go out and do photos, or he'll say he has to go to the store or the office, or he has class. So it is a balancing act, a
Mhm.
juggle, and communication. Uh, Communication is key.
Yeah.
If we don't talk and let each other know what's going on, it is crazy chaos. But I do have chaos, although we talk.
Yes. Yes.
It is what it is.
Mhm.
As you mentioned, that post, that's real life.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
son is jumping all over the place. I'm still trying to completely potty train him,
Mhm.
trying to get
Yeah.
content out, trying to get my daughter off, make sure she's cute, going to school with her hair done.
Yep.
It's life. It is real life. So if your listeners are looking for real life content, it's me.
Yep.
It's me. And I forgot to put you have your tag up, your handle up, and I forgot to do it. But anyways, hopefully they'll know where to find me.
Oh yeah, they will. I will post that on when it's uploaded, and it's on Instagram. It's on the websites or the social medias. But I will definitely post that up to follow you. So it will say that after the podcast too, where they can link and find you.
Okay.
Um, and on your bio and things like that. So, but no, you're right. And I saw that. I was like, yeah, that's definitely something, as you said, it's just behind the scenes. There's a glimpse of my real life
A
busy mom
glimpse.
mornings. Yes, you said, are the
It
mornings
is.
just chaotic? Let me know, and you judge for yourself. You said, and on your bio, you said, fashionable mom friend, showing you being stylish doesn't end after having kids. And I know that's the I don't even call it a tagline. It's just the lifestyle
It's
of what you
lifestyle.
said. It's the lifestyle. So, talk a little bit about that. I know we did on the last one, but tell us a little bit about, as you said, that the showing showing people being stylish doesn't end after having kids.
Okay. Well, as mentioned, I'm a mom, and sometimes as mothers, we tend to lose ourselves
Mm,
when after having the kids because our whole body change. We change our lifestyle, our life change when we have kids, and so sometimes we take a step back, and we do not take a step back, and we focus on our kids instead of focusing on ourselves and self care and making ourselves a priority and making sure we're looking good and feeling good as well as the kids. So
mm.
I just want my community and my friends and women in general to know you don't have to be a mess. You don't have to be a mess. You can
Yeah.
still look good and feel good after kids. It doesn't take a lot. It's just a few minor things to help along the way, and I try to give easy styles, easy looks, accessible styles. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to be the one that's going to post everything that you're unable to find, or it's just so far out your price range or out your budget. I'm going to give budget friendly stuff, and I'm going to give some things that are quiet luxury, black girl luxury.
Mm.
And it's a balance of taking care of yourself, self-care, and being a mom. Because hey, I want to go back to being me, at least the new me and my new norm with being a mom and being a fashionable mom, because
Mhm.
that's always been me, and I love dressing up, I love looking good and feeling good, and so I can still do that with kids. I realize I can still do that with kids because
Mhm.
at first I was just like, oh gosh, I'm just gonna be a frumpy mom. I'm gonna be that soccer mom, and
Yeah,
there's nothing
right.
wrong with being a soccer mom, but I want to be a fashionable mom. So
Mhm.
I'm just showing ladies how to do that, how to be fashionable, and how to make it easy without all the stress and the fuss of getting dressed.
I love that, and you are very fashionable. I saw, you are. I mean, that's, and you definitely have the style and things like that. So very, very much fashionable. I always enjoyed. I like to see when you say, okay, this is what I who I am. I'm about to put this. I'm gonna do this and everything too. So yeah, you definitely are a fashionable mother, fashionable woman.
Thank you.
And yeah, for sure. And
Thank you, Courtney.
yeah, yes, yes, and you do your thing on that front too. So I want to get a little bit more of that in a
Okay.
minute. But as you said, with the content creating
Oh,
and you said sometimes you have to put. I want to go back to that. Something you said you have to do a bunch in one day and everything too. So as I do a lot of you said as you know do a lot of content creating and
yeah.
editing and try to
Mhm.
put videos out and things like that. How do we find the time to do that? Like we said, I guess we have to take, as you said, communication is key, and I agree 100%.
Yes,
As you said, me and my wife, we have to. I always, because I always tell her like, hey, I got a show. I tell her ahead. I plan ahead, and I think that's very important to plan ahead. And even
very.
when I get guests, I have to like I plan like I've already planned my shows for next week. Before I go on vacation next Saturday, I said, hey, I'm about to do two shows. I'm not going to do. Sometimes I'll do 4 or 5 shows in a week, but
Uh,
this week I'm only doing two because I want to really, stay focused. Still got to work throughout the week, but stay focused. But I just said, how do we even, as content creators, how do we find the time to actually put this content creating out? Like you said, it is communication,
it
it
is
is
communication.
time, but there's only so much time in a day, and we have to spend time with our family and things like that. Because I make that a priority as well. I always make that a priority before I do anything. So I
Exactly.
want to make sure. But how do we actually find the time to put out put out all this content?
It, it is. It's a balancing act.
It is, yeah.
I try to, and I've learned on my side of things. I've come across some great young ladies along the way. I have a group chat, and we talk about content creating, and so they give me tips and things to
Mm,
do. And when they say everything is content, I truly believe them now. Everything is content. So they're like, oh, if you're getting the kids ready, record that. That could be content someone would like to
yeah,
see. You can help some other mom that wants to get their kids ready really fast and show how to get dressed and show what you're using in your son's hair or what you're using in your hair or the little things that you're doing. someone else can find it very helpful. So everything is content. So I'm starting to realize that and not worry so much about the aesthetics and know that
Mm,
everything is
yeah.
content. So sometimes I'm filming or I'm blocking off time in my day in the evenings or early mornings to create. Early mornings or late evenings to get that content, or especially on the weekends. I'll tell my husband I have to go out. So it's about scheduling and just making sure you're filming, getting content when you're doing little things that you don't think people might like. It could be helpful for someone else. So I just try to film as much as possible, go through, edit at night or edit early in the morning.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Edit
Yes.
early in the morning when
Mhm.
everyone is asleep, or at night when they're asleep. On the weekends when my son is taking a nap, I try to get in a little bit then because my daughter understands and she's kind of doing her own thing in the corner or in her room. So that is very helpful because my husband is not about that content life.
Yeah. Right. He's like my wife. She's not about that either. Really, she's
Yeah,
be
yeah.
behind the scenes.
It's behind the scenes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's a healthy balance
Yeah.
for some because um, I will have a campaign coming up soon, and my
Okay.
husband and the whole family will be in it. It is a national holiday campaign, and so
Oh.
this time I was able to incorporate the family and make it a fun day when we had
Mm.
to go out and shop because I had to make it fun in order to get all of them together. So
Yeah.
that was helpful in filming content as well to get everybody together and making it fun. So that's another tip that I have: make it a family deal and get everyone together.
Yeah, I think that's interesting too. Or I mean, a lot of good, great nuggets there because you said about um, the aesthetics of it, and it's just like you said, you're just putting the content out there. Just say, hey, even if you say, oh, if a couple people watches it or anything like that, it could help just one person. And I
Yeah.
think. And I think that's a great advice too for others that are trying to get into just if they want to do any podcasting, content creating, or anything like that, and or they can just think like, hey, you don't know where it can reach one person, and they think, oh, this is great. I want to watch more of this. I want to see more of
Exactly.
this because I've come up now that I've done this for a long time now. I've come across where it's yes, we do look at numbers and things like that's just natural. That's just a natural thing. Your content, your likes and all that. But I don't
Uh-huh.
even think that's even for me at least, it's not even that important anymore. It's just more of I'm doing this because I enjoy to do it. And I really enjoy interviewing. I really enjoy having people share their stories and what their day to day like. I find that fascinating. And then I put it out there. And if people watch it, which you want to, yes, you want people to
Yeah.
do it, but it's more for me of I just enjoy podcasting. I enjoy, like I said, interview. I enjoy listening to people's stories. I enjoy the storytelling of it all more than, as you said, the aesthetics of it, where I think
Mm-hmm.
that's where people are hesitant. Well, I want my numbers to be this, I want my numbers to be that, and I want to make money off this. Yeah, you want all that, but if you want to enjoy doing it, it's that. So if you I think you have to enjoy it, and then you're like, hey, I put it out there. It's good. It's gonna be for someone at the
It's
end of the
it,
day.
it helps
Mhm.
someone. As you said, what is the saying? Reach one, teach one.
Yeah. Hmm.
If you can just get one person to, if you can just reach that one person and help one person, you've done your job.
Yes.
You
Yep.
you've actually done your job. So I I just try to think of it like that because I was one that was like, oh, the aesthetics, my
Yeah.
house is not huge and fancy, but here I have a house. I have a roof over my head,
Yep.
and this is what we have, and we are truly blessed because some people don't have that, and what we have, it's good. It's good,
Hmm.
and I'm grateful for it. So I had to get that out of the back of my head, and it was like, oh, I don't have all the Chanel bags, but I'm not a Chanel bag person, so why would I
Yeah.
show
Right.
my community that if that's just not me? I
Yeah.
do, again, I love luxury items, quiet luxury, black girl luxury,
Mm.
but I'm not the
Yeah.
Chanel person. So you won't get that type of aesthetics from me. You will get some, but not luxury, or something else that's just truly not me. I try to stay true to myself.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's the most important is staying true to yourself because then people will, and then as you know, people will, they can sniff out if you're not authentic. They can for
Yeah,
sure. It's like, well, no, I know them. They're not that way. Why
that's
are
not
they?
them.
That's not them. Right, right. So it's just be real, just like you said, be authentic and be real. And I think that's I love seeing that from all your content too. Last one on that, and then we'll get into some last thing we'll get into some fashion
Okay.
and what do you how do you feel about where fashion is going in your perspective? Well, good, that'll be the last topic. But the one other topic I wanted to ask you about was you said it earlier about mental health
Yeah.
and being the best version of yourself to be able to just for your own health and for your own for your family and just for content creating how
Yeah.
and it's in you how important is mental and physical health.
Yes. Mental and physical health is very, very important. As I mentioned on this grief journey, I've learned a lot because my health was just all over the place. I was having aches and pains and gaining weight from not sleeping. My cortisol levels were all over the place
Mm,
because I wasn't taking care of myself. I was sad. I was a whole complete mess. And so when you're not taking care of yourself, when you're not sleeping, your body is off. Your
yeah.
body is off. Your numbers are off. You're gaining weight and all of that. So I had to take a step back and realize, hey, my mom would not want that, and I shouldn't do that to my kids or myself or
Mm,
my husband. So I had to start back in the gym. If you've seen some of the videos,
mm,
I've been in the gym.
yeah.
I am a woman and I need to do certain things in order to maintain a great lifestyle. So I need to start lifting, which I've started doing. I need to increase my protein to help me along the journey
Yeah.
because muscle is very important when you become a woman in your 40s. So I've been trying to do all the things to help my mental and my physical because working out helps your mental.
Yep.
It,
Oh
it, it
yeah.
helps, it clears your mind, it helps you to feel better, think clear, and all of that. So all of it goes hand in hand.
Mm,
Your mental helps your physical, helps you to
mm,
look good
yeah.
inside and outside. So I suggest to anyone get in, get that exercise, and then we'll work on the clothes. Come back, we'll work on your outfits. We'll
Yes,
work on your
yes.
looks.
We're gonna look.
We'll
You
work on the
said
looks.
you get the as you said mental health and that's all and that's been it's interesting because that's been a big topic of discussion in a lot
Yes.
of different platforms whether it's sports just just your real life in general
Yeah.
and I think and we said you have to be in your best you're not your best unless you're mentally and physically and
You
spiritually all those things you have to be at your best because you can't perform at
can
your
perform.
best you can't be who you are if you're not your best in all those capacities too so it's super important and I talk about that a lot too about
Very
having your
important.
mental and because there's been burnouts there's all types of things that you go through as you said weight and then the
Yeah.
physical and every all those things. So I really believe that it's once you get into a good space, exercising is great because I do that too. We kickbox, so we do it
That's
a
good.
couple times a week, and but it helps your mental. It does help your mental because that's a mental thing anyway. That's a mental sport as it is. But weightlifting mental, you have to be. You don't want to get hurt doing like weightlifting or weight training or anything like that because you can actually seriously get hurt if your mental's not there. You're not doing the form and all that correctly. So for
Yep.
sure. I agree.
Okay. Well, I'm giving you your next topic down the line after the holidays. I have a physical trainer, a personal trainer, not me, but a family friend that was talking to me on chat. He
Okay.
would be great to come on to help your listeners. He does football stuff. He does training for
Okay.
sports and
Okay.
all of that. He'll
Yeah.
be great for you to have on because, like you said, mental health and physical health and spiritual health all goes hand in hand. You got to get them all clicking in
Clicking
order
it.
to be your best self. And so you hit it.
Yeah.
I like that, and it is so true. And burnout is real, especially
Oh,
when it comes to social media.
yes. Oh my goodness. Like I don't know if I had told you this. This was quite a few years ago where I had burnt out because of, again, they said starting the podcast. They thought I had to do content every single day, and I was doing so much, and I was writing too at the time, and I got really sick. I got physically or just mentally burnt out. I literally burnt out, and I was just putting out content, just putting out content, and that wasn't even my. It wasn't even my felt my best and did my best. So I took a whole year off of that of podcasting until
Yeah.
that was 2018. So it came back in 2019. So so now I, like you, I just do it when I can, and I make my own schedule. So that's what I enjoy to do. I don't have to do it every day and feel like I'm missing something. So you're right about that. It's the
Yeah.
burnout is definitely real.
It's
Uh,
real.
for sure, for sure. All right, let's get into some last thing I want to talk to you about
Okay.
is some fashion.
Okay.
But before, you were just at the Kamala Harris, Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, Jessica Alba. There was so many that you
That
were
was
there. Let's
it
talk
was
about
there.
that. Talk about that
Okay.
experience, the voting, and everyone go out and vote.
Go
This
out and vote.
it's whatever side you on. I'm not going to talk about what affiliate you should go to. What if you're a Democrat or Republican, vote. That's it.
Vote.
Just vote. Just vote. So I'm not here on this platform to tell you to vote for this person, vote for that person. Just vote. I think we know who you should vote for, but I'm not even gonna go there either. I'll just say just vote.
You know who I'm voting for. It's not a secret. It's for many reasons, not just particularly she's a woman, she's a Black woman, whatever. I don't care what her race or background is. What works for me and my family, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
That's what we are doing. Voting is very important. It's your right. It's your right to
Yep.
vote. And as an African American, we didn't have that right.
Yes.
My great aunt had to pay poll taxes in order to vote. And so I have to continue voting and getting the word out for them, for myself, for my daughter, for my husband, my family. So it was star-studded. It was more than just a star-studded event. It was definitely about getting the word out to vote, because we're so close in Texas. If Democrats usually do not come to Texas to do major rallies this close to election. It's because Texas is so close to what we needed to be, what some needed to be. And so that's why they were here trying to get the word out, trying to re-energize Texas. So I'm in Texas. You're in Philly. Texas is generally a red state. I would say that Houston is more liberal. And so Beyonce's H-Town, and she said that she's not there as an entertainer, she's not there as a singer, she's there as a mom. And I felt that. I knew that before Beyonce had to say it. I'm here as a mom, as a woman that has dealt with fertility, reproductive issues. So that's near and dear to my heart.
Right.
It's near and dear to my heart. And Philadelphia is a big deal.
Yeah, it is. It's just in Philly. They're out here and they're out here, campaigning, and like people are just out here just putting out the word just to vote. I mean, there's signs all over the place,
Yeah.
and it said it's not even just about, we're not trying to tell who to vote for or who to be affiliated with. It's just your right to
You're
vote.
right.
Your right to vote, and I think it's very important that you're right. You hit it right on the head. We didn't have, us as blacks didn't have rights to vote.
We didn't have the
And
right.
they had the rights to vote, and especially women in general didn't have rights to vote. So I just say go out and vote, and it can make a difference, and
It can
it
make it
definitely
be the difference.
be the
Be the
difference. Be the
difference. So
difference.
you want
Yes.
to see. And I'm taking back, and I know we have to move on. But you said women. It's our rights. Don't take our rights for us. Let us choose what we
Yep.
want to do with our bodies. It's our right. So
Exactly. Yeah, I
thank you.
saw that. I saw that you were at you were there, and as you said, you just getting out the word, helping out, getting out the word. And it was as content creators, influencers, as they
Yeah.
said, influencers, I should say, you were out there. And you say,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm an influencer." Yes, yes,
I
you
was
are.
I was there. I was reached out to by one of the agencies that I worked with
Hmm.
to come out as a creator, and our area was so good. We were so close because I may not be as big as the next person that was there, but I have a community, and my community trusts what I do and what I say and what I put out. I'm not trying to persuade them to vote for either or, but I do want them to vote.
Yep.
They know where I stand. It is what it is. I'm with Kamala, so it
Yep.
is what it is, and I'm gonna put it out there. But whatever they decide to do, that's up to them. We do have to coexist. We don't have to disrespect each other.
Yep.
We just have to exist and respect that everyone has their own different views.
Sure, for sure. And then I think that's I agree that I think that's the very important thing is, uh, you could disagree and there's a
You can
lot of
disagree.
disagreement, a lot of divide, but I'm not gonna go to the length of disliking someone because they voted for opposite of who I voted for. At the end of the day, you make your vote, you make your voice heard,
Make your voice
and
heard.
we move on, and we pray that whoever's elected is the choice, and they do the best job of their ability, and that's all we can do. You just we come in, you vote for your president, vice president, and your elected officials and your local officials
Oh,
as well, because that's super important.
your local is very important. And again,
Hmm.
I'm in Texas.
Yeah,
Texas
yeah.
is a tough Texas is a tough place, and we need change. We need
Hmm.
change in Texas, and so that's why they're here, and that's why they were trying to get the word out. So
Yeah.
thank you for asking that question.
Yeah, for sure. I saw that. I was like, "Oh, this is good. This is really good," and it's important. And it was, it was right on time. It's the
It's
time
right
we
on
said
time.
we got 2 weeks left, two full weeks left. So get out and vote. Early vote, and early votes out. You can mail in, do all those
Early
things. So
voting is
yeah,
done. We have early voting,
yeah,
and Philadelphia, we need you.
yes,
You got to
you
do your
do.
big one.
Got to do the
Yeah,
big one. Yeah, that's swing states. Those are the ones. Pennsylvania and
Pennsylvania. Yeah,
Michigan, and those are some of the swing states. So let's get out and vote for
yep.
sure.
Philly, you guys, we love you, and so we need Pennsylvania. That's a big one. We need
Yeah,
Pennsylvania to step up and to do your big one.
yeah,
We need
do
you to
it
do your
big.
big one.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
it big. So yeah, definitely vote. All right, let's get into a little fashion and some
All right.
sneakers and everything too. As I said, you do your thing on that front as well. So talk about what fashion to today, what it looks like in your eyes. I mean, like you said, you said I'm gonna wear what makes me comfortable. I'm gonna wear what makes me look. I want to look good and feel good and things like that. But you, like I said, you have a lot of different styles and things like that, which I enjoy. Just seeing you just put out a lot of new things and things like that. But talk about what fashion. We'll talk about the fall fashion, how fall fashion has transpired and what it looks like to you.
Okay, well, fall fashion, we don't have a lot of fall weather around
Yeah,
here. So,
right.
however, fall fashion is a big deal. It's like the Super Bowl of fashion. The girls
Mm,
come out when fall fashion because you have the layering, you have the coats, you have the boots, you have the chunky sweaters and things like that. So, fall fashion, it is a big deal. The trends are good, the colors, the burgundies and the grays and the browns, and the red, the cranberry reds. It is. I'm excited. I am absolutely excited about all the fall trends, and I'm not so much as a major trendy girl. I do pick
mm.
up some trends. I have to say this: the cranberry boots and stuff. I had them last season, so if you want to see, I can post and show you that I was above the trend.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
doing
yeah.
it. I was doing it beforehand, but it is a big deal now. That color is fantastic. The ladies are going for it, and again, I'm loving all the boots.
Mm.
the leopard print, the zebra prints, and everything. So I'm excited. So when we get a little bit of cold weather, Courtney, you're gonna see me with layered up with
Okay.
coats and sweaters, and
Yeah.
Bruce will be like, "It's only 60 degrees." Yep.
Yeah, when it's 60 in there in Texas, here it's gonna probably be in the 20s by then.
It'll be in the 20s
Yeah,
because
so
yesterday it was like close to 90 degrees, and I think that's probably what we'll get today, probably 88 or
yeah.
85.
Oh my goodness.
So I can't really wear a lot of the fall outfits. However, I can wear the fall colors, and I
Mhm.
can keep it simple for the girls so they can know what to do and where to get those cute boots and all of that. So they can check out my LTK so I can put some looks together for them and they can shop
Yeah.
without breaking the bank.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah, and I like that too. It's like it's very affordable and all those things too. So, and I like that when you said you went out to vote, you said that this is my casual work style, but I'm in business mode too. I
I'm in
mean
business,
business. So
standing
as
on
you said,
business.
you do a lot of different rotations. You staying on business. You say I'm staying on business, and I can still rock this, and I can
Yeah.
still be this way, but I'm standing on business. So, but you're right. I think fashion trends they vary and they go from and from different different parts of the country because even here it's been more about the bigger clothes again. It seems like now it's
Yeah.
starting to get back into trending the oversized, I should say.
Oversized. Yes.
Yeah, oversized t-shirts and because I work for a wholesale company. That's my real job is as a
Okay.
wholesale, and we I see all the trends and oversized, the bigger shirts, oversized shirts, heavyweight t-shirts are
Yes.
back in style. And I remember those things were back in the 90s. So it's coming back.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
my homeboy, we had homecoming coming up for Jackson State, and
Mm.
so my homeboy Michael created these limited edition Jackson State shirt. The alumni, the quality, and I keep telling people the quality is absolutely amazing, and
Mm.
he prides himself on quality and having great style, but they're oversized. And I was like,
Yeah,
what am I supposed to do with this? And he's like, and he's big in streetwear. And he's
yeah,
like, okay, so this is what you need to do. This is how you need to wear. And I was like, wait, but I'm just not completely streetwear like that. But he
yeah.
does a great job. And the shirt, like you said, is oversized and it's so heavyweight. The
Hmm.
t-shirt is so heavy, and I was just like, okay, you did your big one. You did it.
You
You
did
did
it.
it.
You
So
know you knew where it was going,
I
and
knew
that's
where
what
it
it
was going.
was. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
it was. Like you said, we have vendors, and I deal with vendors and things like that. And some of the customers they're looking for, and it started earlier this year where they kept. You would think, okay, they wanted a basic T-shirt at one
Yeah.
point, and then it just transitioned into heavyweight, oversized shirts, T-shirts. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I didn't see this coming at all and I saw
Yeah.
that it was oversized. And then now it's just everybody wants oversized, and now all the brands are getting into oversized, heavyweight these big 6 ounce, 7 ounce t-shirts, and it's a thing. And we get a lot of different. They send a lot of samples and things like that, so get a whole bunch of stuff, and that's what it is. Oversized, it's
Yeah.
heavyweight, it's bigger, and I guess that's where it's going. So we'll see how long this trend. I think it's going to go on for a little bit at least.
I think so too. And it's comfortable. The girls can
Yeah.
still
Yep.
look good, and
Yes.
you can hide some of your trouble spots if you need to. So it's a win-win.
Okay, yes, yes. You have that too. Yeah, where if you said we want to do that, I guess
Yeah, yeah.
that's what it's about. So hey, that's it's. I like you said, fashion change, trends change all the
They
time, and
change.
I love seeing it. Though. I love seeing the different, and everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own what makes them comfortable. And that's what it's about. So there's no right or wrong how
No,
to
right or
wear
wrong.
things. Just if that's what makes you comfortable, and then that's what it is. So let's get into a little bit of sneakers and
Oh
any
gosh.
anything new or exciting that you're actually looking into or trendy for that you've been liking over the last month or so.
Okay, so I'll start with the trendy. As you can see, Adidas Sambas have just taken me
Taking over.
over. They're taking over my closet. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Courtney, they are absolutely so comfortable.
Mm,
Like, I was down at the rally for hours, standing. I barely sat down in Sambas. My feet were not hurting. I was just like, oh,
that's good.
okay, I can do this. So the Sambas are in. They're gonna stay for right now. That is an easy sneaker. It's
Mhm.
not so chunky. Some ladies they don't like the chunky sneakers, so those are very good, and they have great colors, and they're not breaking the bank. So Sambas are fantastic, but I just saw the list of the Jordans that are dropping from Nike
The
soon
holiday.
over
Yep.
the holidays.
Hmm.
And I was just like, they're trying to break my pockets. They're trying to
Yes.
break my
Hmm.
bank.
Hmm.
It's gonna be some good ones. The colorways are going to be crazy, and they're bringing some back.
Yeah.
So I say be on the lookout if you are a Jordan fan. Jordan ones, of course, high top. Um, they're coming out with some really, really good ones, like really good ones. And then, of course, Travis Scott. Travis Scott is going to always be a thing around here, right?
Yeah.
In our area, Houston down to Mo City, it's going to always be a thing. So I think that he's dropping a couple of them.
Mm.
They're very hard to get, very very hard,
Very,
and I
very
hate
hard.
paying those third party prices.
Yeah. Yes.
But I would suggest to anyone to sign up for Travis Scott website, his newsletter, or on his website. You get them through him as well. I hit on his page and it was easy enough. So if someone's just into that,
Yeah.
but if you're just looking for the latest Jordans, they will be dropping over the holidays,
Yep.
and sign up for that sneaker app.
Yeah, definitely sign up for the sneaker app, Nike app.
Yeah,
Just to get if you're into the new
yeah,
latest
the
uh
latest.
the latest things, and as you said, the Sambas have been like
Oh,
it is interesting because it went from Jordan ones. I think that's all over the place. You see them
yeah.
everywhere, especially here too. Jordan ones. My wife, she's just getting into sneakers like that, and
Okay.
I she bought some Jordan ones, went to a sneaker ball a couple of years ago, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, these are the most comfortable." I said, "I try to tell
They
you,
are.
I try to tell you,"
They are.
and
They are.
so now she's got a couple pair. Now she's just now looking. Oh, I want to get this color. I want to get this color, and there's so many colors of the Jordan ones, the high top, as you said, and now Sambas too have now. Our one of our good friends, she's a big sneakerhead like I am, and
Okay.
she always asking me, "What's the latest? What's the latest?" And I told her, "Hey, Sambas is that's see like
That,
where it's going," and
yeah.
then you're right. And I remember I used to work at a sneaker store years ago, and
Uh,
I remember when Sambas used to be back then. That was 10 years ago, and again, everything's just rotating back, just like New Balances come back and all types of things. So it's yeah, and it's good to you said holidays are usually the time when you see a lot of
oh,
trendy things and expensive for some. A lot of things are expensive, so don't break the bank, everyone. That's one
don't
advice.
break the bank. Don't
No,
break the bank. I think New Balance are, they're very comfortable as well, but
hmm
sometimes they can be very expensive. And I'm
yeah,
like,
now for sure. Yeah,
New Balance, what are we doing here?
yeah, yeah.
Again, they are comfortable and they have some great colorways, and sometimes they're very hard to get, especially when they do those collaborations.
Hmm.
But uh-uh.
Yeah,
I can't. If I don't get it the first time, I don't want to break the I don't want to break the bank and go to third party or something
yeah,
like that. I
right.
will if it's something that I just really have to have. But typically I'm just like, "Ugh, I missed that one. Sorry."
Yeah,
So
yep. I've come to that too. I'm with you. Um,
yeah,
yeah, if
yeah,
I don't see if it's got like you said, it's got to be something I really want. But if I don't get it, I don't get upset about it or anything. Like I I have quite a bit of sneakers that I bought, and if I don't get the newest and latest, I'm okay with that. I'm
I'm
totally
okay
okay with
with
it.
it.
I move on. I move
I'm
on.
okay with it,
Yeah,
right?
but for a
Yeah.
lot of sneakerheads, they want that, and that's what for them. And I say, hey, do you if you can afford it, and you don't spend your rent money to get sneakers or your
Exactly.
mortgage or anything, and hey, do it. But I'm okay with just, but I am on the lookout. I'm looking at some Christmas stuff just to see what's going to be coming out, and we'll go from
Yeah.
there. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But Yolanda, this has been so much fun again, just to catch up with you. And like I said, I didn't want to keep you past an hour, so I know
Nope.
you got some things that you have to do, as you said, as a mother and a wife, and
Yeah.
with the harvest parties and Halloween
A
coming
whole
up,
bunch of them.
a whole
A
bunch
whole
of
bunch of
things.
things.
Yeah, a
A
whole
whole
bunch of
bunch of things.
things. So, but again, I really appreciate you coming on the show, and we definitely got to do this again,
Okay.
for sure. And but let everyone know where they can actually, you said, follow you, follow
Yes.
your journey, your content creating, and all those things, and follow you just said where they follow you on Instagram and everywhere else.
Okay. Yes. You can follow me on Instagram at YoWebb, WEBB underscore. So that's YoWebb underscore. And you can follow me on TikTok. I don't really get on TikTok a lot, but
Hmm.
that's the page. And it's the page on, it is Yo Web 101 on YouTube. So I've started my YouTube journey and
Okay.
I'm still building and getting that together. But you can find me on YouTube at Yo Web 101. Of course, you can Google Yo Web and it'll come up. But follow me on Instagram. I have some good things on Instagram, and drop a DM if you have questions or about fashion or things that you want to put together or you're having questions about. And then I have my LTK page. So you can follow that to get all the latest ideas and what I want to put together. And if you're looking for a look, you can find me on LTK at YoWeb underscore.
All right. Yes. Follow Yolanda on all those platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, I said now you have your
Everything.
YouTube channel, everything, everything. That's why I say you can follow on everywhere, because I
Yeah.
know that's where the content is. But it's been such a pleasure, and I'm so honored to have you back on the show. Like I said, I wanted to get you on, and I feel so blessed to have
Yeah.
connected with you, and just to have conversations about everything from life to lifestyle, fashion, whatever it is. I really appreciate this time, and thank you again. And I'll share this with you. I'll even send you the link if you want to
Okay.
put it on your page too. I'll send you the video if you want to do some editing yourself, and you're more than welcome to, for sure. So I'll send it to
Okay.
you. I'll send it to your email as well once it's up. So, but yeah, you can follow you like I said, you can follow me on all podcasts and social media platforms at Get the Real Deal, and Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm on TikTok too, but I post some videos up. I should start using it a little bit more.
I
Uh,
should.
but so follow me on there. So again, thank you, Yolanda. Really appreciate it.
Thank you,
And
Courtney.
all right, and you enjoy the rest of the weekend, and
You
we'll
too.
be talking very soon.
Okay. Enjoy your vacation. Have fun in Florida.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
having me.
You are absolutely my absolute pleasure. And thank you again. And until next time, I hope everyone enjoys the weekend. And until next time, peace and always God bless.
God bless. Have a good one.